is Rika Rusliana, NPN 1911040464. Here, I will tell you about the Korean movie. The movie is Space Weavers. This movie was released in February 2021. Space Weaver is the first South Korean science fiction movie to carry space themes. This film is directed by Jo Sung-hee, starring by Song Joong-ki as Kim Tae-ho, Kim Tae-ri as Captain Jang, Jang Seon-kyu as Tiger Park, Park Ye-rin as Dorothy, Richard Armitage as James Sullivan. 1992, already lost forest and extensive desert made Earth unfit to be abandoned, so a company called UPS finally made it a new orbit home for humans, so that humans could live comfortably, but unfortunately only the chosen one will be able to stay on the UPS. Here we will see Kim Tae-ho, who is on Earth looking for a child. After that, Tae-ho didn't find the child he was looking for, and he left Earth. Then, the reporters met with James Sullivan. James Sullivan was founder of the UPS. He was 152 years old and yet so young. He was the richest man in the world, and he was also the one who pioneered to make this space colony. James Sullivan then explained that he had in mind making a planet Mars a new home for mankind. While they were collecting garbage from space, they were surprised to find a plane called Victory. This plane contains Captain Jang, Tiger Park, Kim Tae-ho, and Robert called Babs. Then Babs go out and throw in an iron suit to take over that already collected the garbage by the other team. Then they sell the garbage. The scene continues when on outside the plane, while they were fixing their plane, all of a sudden they found a little boy. At the first, they were unaware of who this child was, and then suddenly a new story appeared that a fugitive robot was named Dorothy. And it turned out that Dorothy looks exactly like this kid. Inside was a high-powered bomb, and they all panicked when they found out the kid was a bomb. Finally, tired to find something on that kid, then asked him to ransom $2 million, and then unexpectedly, the person said yes without even knowing it. It was an organization called the Black Box. But it turned out that Tae-ho's conversation and the Black Box got tracked by UPS. Tae-ho and the organization of the Black Box finally met where they had agreed to meet. They made the exchange, but they all didn't realize that the UPS was watching them. After getting Tae-ho and Park's money, and then giving Dorothy to the Black Box side, but unfortunately, Dorothy just disappeared and got lost in the crowd. People who know that were a bomb that ran away. Tae-ho and Park, who noticed Dorothy, immediately carrying and rescuing. The UPS who saw it shot Tae-ho and Park, but suddenly Dorothy managed to stop a single shot from the UPS. They made their escape, after which they all felt so annoyed for not getting the money, but they realized that Dorothy was still in them. Dorothy later revealed that his real name was Codename. Codename had some unexpected powers. Even Codename was able to grow enough crop to bear fruit even if it didn't grow even a little before. After that, Codename borrowed the skeezer to Tae-ho. Tae-ho then asked what the skeezer were for, and it turned out the Codename wanted to pick the fruit that had grown so fruit-bearing. The fruit and vegetables are so rare in space. In the evening, the Babs told Codename that Tiger Park was a former drug dealer. Codename then called Babs by elder sister. Babs was also hit with Codename. Babs said that he craves leather so that he looks human, but he didn't have enough money. After that, Babs told me about Codename about Tae-ho. Tae-ho is an army commander in charge of destroying illegal incoming aircraft. Just when Taiho went to kill the crew of an iron plane, Taiho found a baby. And Taiho took care of the baby until he got kicked out of the army. Crime finally made Taiho poor. One day, there was an incident in which Taiho finally lost his daughter, and Taiho has been looking for her ever since. But since I don't have any money, Taiho is having a hard time paying it. The kid Taiho has a sunny name. After the black box tried to take the codename again, the frog had left codename against them all, and then Park won. Then Captain Jang questioned them, and it turned out the black box group that had been labeled with terrorists was an organization that opposed James Sullivan's call to Mars. He could have made the Earth green because it turned out that James didn't want the Earth to be healthy and chose to grow on Mars. They then explained that codename was not actually a robot. Long ago, when codename was born, codename had a rare concern in illness, and eventually codename fathers put a nanorobot into codename's body. And as we saw now, codename become healthy and able to rule other nanorobots according to his will, including growing plants, even though they are dead. James Sullivan is the top of UTS want to use codename to poison Mars and destroy the codename so as not how to grow anywhere else. But it turns out codename can be killed without being protected by nanorobot. Nanorobot can only die at 200 million degrees Celsius that only exists in a factory. After codename died and the factory exploded, it would later be dropped to the Earth and would cause a disaster that would claim many lives on Earth. Suddenly came the UTS troops to try to take codename again. The UTS first then fired a rocket and exploded in the back of the flight to Victory. This caused them to lose control and be blown into a very dangerous zone, where the zone is full of robots and nanorobots that will destroy any aircraft passing through. Taiho, who found out that they all graduated just as a resignation, but suddenly codename with his power asked to do nanorobot to live. They all survived, and after that they got another call from the Black Box organization. The Black Box then said that they were with Dr. Kang, the codename biological father. They went there and codename went to see his father. But then suddenly Victory Plane was completely surrounded by UTS troops. The UTS troops then killed all the boxes and even killed Dr. Kang. And that's just the crew of Victory. After this, James Sullivan came to see them. James Sullivan gave to Taiho a lot of money. After James Sullivan's goal, Taiho was busy sharing his money, but instead Captain Jang and Park turned him down because they were trying to set codename. Taiho, who loves Sunnies, is going to lose and found Sunny anyways. There Taiho found a Sunny Rayton piece operating, which meant that I want to be like that, and that Taiho and had read it, caring and touching his heart. Taiho then went back to his friends and decided to help save codename. They quickly got ready and set out to rescue codename. On the way to the Air Force, because of a huge amount of Taiho finally decided to destroy UTS troops using Earth atmosphere support. They then arrived at the factory where codename was located. The factory accidentally installed hydrogen bombs by James Sullivan that would later be directed to Earth. As soon as the city was going to take because they were sure they would die right then and there. Taiho and the others turned out to be carrying codename instead of the hydrogen bombs. Because Courtney had been transferred to another plane, James Sullivan, who thought they were taking Courtney, threw out the James Sullivan calling the suicide bombs. After the set distance from Courtney had exploded, James Sullivan was reduced to ash, and Victory flight was bouncing off and saw a layer of nanorobots protecting Victory planes. It all came from the power of Courtney. Taiho and the others didn't expect that they had survived the blast. The Courtney helped Taiho to find his daughter, and Taiho finally managed to meet Sunny, even for a short while because Sunny was already died. Eventually, Courtney became part of the family of Victory and Babs, who now had a woman's skin, and finally, Earth was back to normal. Space Weaver is finished.